You ready? All right. What is up, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everybody? What's up? Thank you for coming to our channel. Currently it is called Cisco's podcast. My name is Cisco. I've been doing streaming, podcasting, gaming, you you name it. Like I've pretty much done it on streaming and platform. I vlogged for a bit too at one point. So we or I want to do this podcasting pretty seriously, as you can tell. And my girlfriend, Hazel, definitely wants to help. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're gonna get into some questions about relationship topics, and then we'll go from there. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask the questions. We can see them here live. We'll read your question out loud, and we'll try to answer to the best of our abilities. And yeah, you have anything else you want to say, babe?
No, I don't have
You gotta tell them. Drop a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that bell notification. If you're interested, drop a comment on the video. Tell us what we can do better, or what is going great already. You know what I mean? Make sure if you want to follow us on TikTok or on Instagram, it's gonna be Cisco's podcast on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, all the same. So make sure to drop a like on the videos, follow, all that. We'd appreciate it. Now let's get started with the questions. Go, babe.
Okay, so
Yeah.
have you ever been handcuffed?
Yes, I have been handcuffed. And by the way, for those of you that might wonder why it sounds like we already pre-planned our answers and stuff like that, it's because we filmed yesterday. This was my fault, by the way. We filmed yesterday for what, like an hour? It felt like an hour or two. I don't know. It felt long. We filmed for a long time, and at the end of the podcast, some person came in. I don't know who it was, to be honest. Somebody came into our channel while we're live and typed in, said like, "What the heck?" And then their second comment was, "There's no sound." So the whole time we were recording, there was no audio. But hopefully this time it's better. So yeah, that's why it sounds, or it may sound like it's pre-planned, like the answers, but it's because we did it yesterday. And yeah. So to answer this question, have I ever been handcuffed? I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible, okay? Not as long as yesterday, because I felt like my story was a little long yesterday. But pretty much, yeah, I have been handcuffed. It's not your traditional story. I was not arrested, but almost. Pretty much. So this is what happened, right?
Almost.
Yeah, almost, I guess. I went to my homie Flavio's house, right? My boy lives in Compton. And sounds great, and you guys are doing amazing. You see? There you go.
Thank you, Arlene.
I went to my boy's Flavio's house, and he lived in Compton, right? In order to get to his house, you have to go over a bridge. And he lives on a main street. It's called Rosecrans. You know about it, right? So I went to his house, and it was me, him, and two other people. And we went to go eat tacos that day. It was like 9 o'clock at night, 9:30, something like that, right? And on the way back from getting tacos, right? And I'll get to what we got. We got tacos al pastor, quesadillas, horchata. Like, we got all the bomb shit, And we were drinking a little bit, so like it was good too, We were on the way back to his house. Before we got to the bridge, there's a big intersection, right? And for some reason, there was a long line, like to get to across the intersection. We stopped our car. We started seeing what was going on, and there was a takeover happening. And for those of you that might not know what a takeover is a whole bunch of people that like cars and shit. They blocked off the intersection and started doing donuts, and people tend to like just run around the cars and etc. stuff like that, right? So that's what was happening. And if it's too loud, let me know, please, because I'm looking at the audio setting here, and it's looking like it's spiking over it's what it's supposed to. So just let us know if it is. However, yeah. So people were doing a takeover, right? So we stopped. We couldn't go anywhere. The medium or the divider, whatever it's called, right? The thing in the middle of the street. It was big as fuck. So nobody couldn't go over it or do a U-turn and turn around. It was like we were just blocked off. So eventually the cops started coming. It was everybody, like cops, sheriffs, even helicopters. Everybody just started getting there, right? All the cars started scattering. We started seeing vehicles go off to the right side on that intersection. Like if it looked to us like they were letting the cars go. So that's what we're like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah, we wanted to pretty much leave already. We wanted to eat. So we started going, we followed the crowd, and it was a dead end. We got stuck there. And apparently all the cops were trapping everybody in there, thinking that they're gonna find something, right? I don't think their intention was to specifically catch people that were doing takeovers. They were just trying to get anybody in to do something, to follow paperwork, I think that's what it was. So we got trapped there. I was sitting in my car with my friends, and the cops started walking towards us. They all had shotguns. And the guy comes up to my window, and he's like, turn off your car and give me your keys. And I had a Honda Civic, so it's a push to start. So I turned it off, right? I pushed the button, turned it off. And I told him, I was like, I don't have keys. And he's like, yes, you do. I told him, it's a push to start. I don't need keys. I have it on my phone. And he got mad. He's like, I know you have the keys. Where are they at? And he points his shotgun at me. And he's like, get out of the fucking car. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? He grabs inside my car. My window was down. So he grabs inside. He opens my door. And then he gets me out. And meanwhile, my fucking friend Flavio was inside the passenger seat fucking taking selfies. Or not selfies. Pictures of me and shit. The cop tries to put handcuffs on me. He didn't have any handcuffs. So he told his partner to put handcuffs on me. And my friend took a picture of that. And I guess in the editing, I might have a picture of it or something like that. But it should come out right there, the picture. And then his friend or his partner walks me towards a car. That car was full of people already in the back seat. So he puts me in another car, which is like one of those SUVs. And apparently nobody knew I was in there. So I was in the car and I was, like wondering what the fuck was going on. The car was unlocked. I open the door, I step out, and I walk up to one of the cops that was like near. And I was like, hey, dude, like, I was just, at first I thought handcuffed the other way. No. No, not that way. Okay. I told him, I was like, yo, can I just like leave? Like, I was just put in the back of the cop car, and he's like, are you handcuffed? I was like, no, but, and he's like, just get back in the seat. And I was like, okay. So I got back in the back. He left the car unlocked. So I was just sitting there and I was pissed. I was like, I was like mad. I was just like, why the fuck am I here? Why can't I just go like home? I want to go back to my car, go eat my food and go home. Another cop came. He was like younger than me. He started like saying shit. So I started going off on him. I was like pissed. I was cursing at him. Yeah. I was like, fuck you, blah, 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 all this other shit, right? And his partner said, oh, you know what? Let him out. He can go. There's no reason for him to be there. Just he told him, have him just go sit on the curb with the other people. There's like a long line of just kids sitting on the curb. Well, because I was cursing at him, this asshole was like, no, he can wait in there for 10 more minutes. And he left me in there for like 30 fucking minutes. I was like fucking cursing at him, calling him fucking everything, you know. Finally, I got out and I was walking towards my car, and the cop that pulled me out originally with his shotgun was standing right in front of my car with like 3, 4 other cops. And when he saw me walking over there, he's like, "Where are you going? Go back, or you're gonna be arrested." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Um, I told him, I said, "Dude, I was just let go, and I'm just trying to get back to my car." And he's like, "Well, go over there." I was like, "Where do you want me to go?" He's like, "Go over there, sit over there." And I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" So I sat down on the curb, and when I was sitting down, I was seeing a whole bunch of people get their car towed. People had rentals that they were getting their car towed. People were getting tickets. All the kids were getting tickets. I call them kids because I felt like I was older, but they were probably around our age. But they were also getting tickets. And finally, you was just trying to grub and chill. Freaking cops are too much. No, straight up, they were just overdoing it. They probably got mad because of the takeover and it ruined their nighttime donuts. You know what I mean?
Ew, the nighttime donut.
Yeah. Finally, they were letting people go, right? And they're like, "All right, everybody can leave," right? Obviously, the people that got their car towed, they couldn't do shit or whatever. But I walked back to my car. I didn't know if my car got towed or not, because I was away inside the car for a while and I couldn't see. But I finally walked over to where my car was, and my car was there with my friend still in there. And I got back in the car and they're like, "Where the fuck were you, dude?" And fucking, I think Flavio was like laughing or whatever at me. He's like, "This is fucking crazy." And he was eating too. Um, Finally got back into the car. The cop came over and he's like, "Where's your ID?" So I gave him my ID and he like looked me up or whatever. Didn't give me a ticket, didn't tow my car, nothing happened. All he said was like, "Oh, if I see you back over here again, we're gonna arrest you." And I was just like, "Arrest me for what?" And he just walks away. So we ended up just I took off, went back to his place and ate, yeah. And that's how I got handcuffed but not handcuffed. Yeah. Did you? Have you ever gotten handcuffed? No. Okay.
So the next question is, would you break up with me to meet your favorite famous person?
No, 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 no. I wouldn't. No. There's no point. There's no point. I don't. I don't think I've ever met like a famous person ever in my life, like in person or anything like that. I've also never spent like a ton of fucking money to go watch a famous person at a concert. So I mean, and to me, it's like nothing big. Like if I go, it's because I have the money for it, right? But I'm not gonna go out of my way to go do that. Like I'm not trying to go broke just to go watch Bad Bunny for $1,000 for tickets. You know what I mean? Like I'm not about to do that. So no, I wouldn't break up with you for that. Would you?
No.
What if Drake pulls up to you and is like, "Hey,
But
like,
you're my favorite famous person.
yeah, I'm not even famous."
Okay, I don't know.
But thank you, I appreciate it.
I
Thank
like
you.
it. Okay, the next question is, do you think women are stronger than men?
Um, yes. Yeah, I'll elaborate. Yes and no, right? Um, to put it in our perspective, um, I think you're stronger than me in a lot of different things. Um, I've said this before. You know, I think you're more in control of your emotions, a lot more control of your emotions than I am. I blow up pretty fast,
You do.
and I get annoyed pretty fast, and then my patience is very, very small. So that's where I think you're stronger than me at. Um, in the sense of like lifting weights, obviously, I think I'm stronger with lifting weights. But
Whatever.
hey,
That's the same.
I'm also 210 pounds, and you're 130. Like, come on, no.
You got it wrong. You forgot already.
No, I know the answer, but I didn't know if you wanted me to say it or not.
Okay.
um,
Do you
what
want to
about you
read
though?
that? I think both.
Explain yourself.
Okay, wait. Okay, I think wait, do I think women are stronger than
The men, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they can be. I'm like it's both. I feel like it's like I don't know. It's really both.
Explain
Why?
your answer though, babe. Explain it.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Babe,
You're
you no, you're
shy, huh?
like you're
You're shy. It's okay. You want to move on to the next one? You want me to read it?
yeah,
Which one are you on though? That one. Okay. What's something I can do to be better for you?
have patience.
Patience. You don't think I'm patient though, at all?
You know what? Sometimes you can be, but and then you go back to your old roots. you you be a you know.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's true. Um. How do you think I could do that then? What do you think I can do to not go back to my old roots, as you say?
Take a breather.
Yeah. Like what? Like in the middle of me being mad, just like.
Just calm down.
But
Yeah.
that's so easy to say, but I
I
don't.
know.
I don't think that's as easy as you can say it. Like, oh,
But just try to
like
breathe.
like in general, when you tell me calm down, oh, that like lights a
Oh my
fire in my head. I'm just like, don't tell me to calm down. But I'll try working on it. Um, what's something that you can do better for me? Um, hmm, I don't know. Oh, communication. I don't think you're bad at communicating. I don't think like you shut down. I don't think you should shut down.
No, like it's easy as long as you relax. Yeah, you do have to relax, I'm telling you.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to relax.
No, you
But
just gotta like you
oh
just
yeah. Look, I'll tell you why it's hard. It's hard because I have so much pressure on me. And not from you, but I have pressure from myself. Like I put a lot of pressure on myself. And that's because like I expect a lot from myself. And I grew up in a household where it's like tough love, my dad especially. And he was always tough on me. And he was always like, if I'm not tough on you, then you're not gonna be tough on yourself, you know. And he always told me this. He said, "I didn't come." He says it in Spanish, right? But he's like, "I didn't come to the United States for you to not, do better than me."
yeah.
And that to me, that's always been in the back of my head, and that's always been like the thing that keeps me going. Like, my drive. Um, I feel like it's really nice that he said that to me because I'm like, that's true. Like he went through a lot for me.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So the only thing I can do to repay him is do more than what he's done, you know? And it's a lot of pressure. So when you say like just relax, it's hard because I'm always thinking about everything. I'm thinking about like I'm not where I want to be at right now. I want to go back to school and there's always there's always something in my path that stops me every time. For example, today I was at work and I called the college I was going to, right? I called them to set up an appointment with the counselor. They said they only have Wednesday available. I'm not available Wednesday of next week. I told them, can I set up an appointment for the following week? They said they only set up appointments 1 week in advance. So they said that I have to call back on Monday. That's what I mean. Is like, I want to get it done. I'm the type of person, like, I want to get it done now, you know?
Yeah.
And now I have to wait. So it's like, I'm waiting for a paramedic. Says, great podcast so far. Appreciate it. Thank you, local Kev. I appreciate it, man. Dimps ASMR, what's the most craziest thing you guys done? Elaborate on that, please. Crazy thing, like what, in what sense? Yeah, I think it's just a lot of pressure, a lot of stress with bills, rent, all that stuff. You know, the financial side is also hard. You know, I talk to you about this a lot. Um, but trust, like, I really want to work on it for us and for you. You know, I don't want to be like that. Also, when we have kids, I don't want to be like that. You know, I don't want to
Yeah.
be like blowing up. I
Yeah.
was
That's true.
actually, I don't know if you ever seen this video. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but it was a TikTok video, and it was saying that kids, the way that kids grow up, depends on their parents, right? And it depends if their parents are constantly fighting. Kids' mind is kids' minds don't grow as much. They don't
Yeah.
expand, and they tend to be always stressed and pressured. You know, there's always so much stress. And a kid that grows up with parents that aren't constantly fighting, constantly arguing, constantly like having drama in their household, the kid grows up to be able to love themselves, be happier, be healthier, be able to express themselves and communicate, and their mind grows a lot more. So, and I don't want to be that dad and mom, you know what I mean? So, yeah. This is what's the You said, like, the most wildest thing you've done in life.
The reckless mode.
Reckless mode. What is it? I don't know. The most wildest thing. What about you, Ben?
No, don't put it on me.
No,
You're
she
all
asked
putting it
both of
on.
us. She
I
didn't
know.
ask just
I
me.
know.
She
I'm
asked
like,
both of
don't put
us.
it on me. I don't know. There's some wild
um,
stuff. I'm like, there's some.
let's see. I've done a lot of pretty crazy stuff. You know that. Here's a good one, right? In college, I don't know if you, I think I told you this. I'm not sure. Probably not. Um, I went to Cal State University of Bakersfield, and I was in a fraternity, and we had a Halloween party. One of our fraternity brothers, he was part of this party crew, and he was like a really famous DJ in Bakersfield, right? Um, and I say famous because he like had it. Eventually, he had his own radio show and all that, you know. And he also did like. Anyways, I digress. Um, they threw a massive fucking Halloween party, and it was so fucking huge, so fucking huge. It felt like Project X. Have you seen that movie? It felt like
Yeah.
that. It was at a ranch. They had like an ice luge, right? And it's, you know what's an ice luge? It's kind of like a slide where they can throw alcohol down the slide of ice, and you just stand at the end of it, and it, like, by the time it gets down, it's cooled, like it made the alcohol nice and super cold and smooth. Oh, it's so cool. They had a ton of fucking alcohol, good music, you know, everybody was in costumes. It was pretty cool. The craziest part of this all is when the cops came. There was a fucking shit ton of cops everywhere. The helicopter was like floating above the
Yeah.
party, hit the spotlight. You know, when they have the light come down, hit the spotlight. Everything turned quiet. Everybody looked up, and everybody went, "Fuck you!" And the party kept going. It was fucking crazy. And then everybody started obviously walking out because we got kicked out. But it was fucking wild. That was a pretty crazy night. What did he say? He said, "Hey, real question here. what can you recommend for credit repair? Oh, so you drink. Yeah. For credit repair, here's a good one, right? I actually have an answer for this because I want to say I'm pretty good with my credit. Right now I have like a 760 or 780, something like that. Um, but for credit repair, if you're talking about credit cards or just your credit score, credit card, obviously try to keep your credit card under 30% usage. But the best thing to do would be as soon as you make a purchase with your credit card, which you should be only using your credit card with everything. But as soon as you make a purchase with your credit card, you immediately pay it off. Immediately. Um, that way you don't have a balance on the credit card and you don't get charged interest on it. So you're good off that, bro. That's better than mine. Yeah, thank you. Um, for your credit score now, right? What you want to do is this is what I've seen so far with my credit score and what's helped a lot is you utilize your credit card a ton. And I'm not talking about small purchases, which small purchases do help to raise up your credit score. However, it takes longer for your credit score to bump up. If you make big purchases and you make big payments on them, such as for me, for example, I maxed out my credit card. I was at like 6,000 something and I paid it off in one payment. And it took me from probably like 2.5 years. So I maxed it out and within like a year or so. And I paid it off in like 2 years after that. But I just left it. I left it at like maxed out the most for like 2 years, right? Obviously, I would make some payments here and there, but it barely budged, right? And then finally, when I got a good amount of money, I made a full payment on it, and the credit score, it really fucking just jumped up after that. And I had two credit cards. They were both like at 6,000, so I made both payments. I put down 12,000 on both cards at the same time, and my credit score just went up. Another good thing is I go on Credit Karma and I check what are having big impacts on my credit score, such as like the biggest impact would be like credit cards, car loans, stuff like that. Those would be the biggest impacts. I can see right now. The cool thing that I learned is if you pay off your credit card with a personal loan, it doesn't go on your credit score. The personal loan doesn't go on your credit score. So you can boost up your credit card or your credit score by paying off your credit card with a personal loan, and that personal loan doesn't go on your credit score. So you can continue paying off your personal loan, and your credit score will still be good, even though you have a lot of debt. So yeah, there you go. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. What's the worst thing you ever told your girlfriend and nicest? um, the worst thing, shit. I said some pretty bad things. I don't think I should repeat what I said, but I said some pretty bad things. I'm not proud of it. I really regret a lot of the stuff that I've said. I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I do try to be better every day. Um, that's always been my goal. Wow, man, you really know a thing or two, huh? Would you really like to meet you? I appreciate it, man. Um, no thing or two, huh? Yeah, it's because of the credit card thing, man. Honestly, I've done a lot about on it. It was just very, how do you say it? Like,
You worked at a bank.
yeah, I worked at a bank
He
too.
worked at a
Yeah,
bank.
yeah. That's also, but I've had a lot of financial problems in the past, so I kind of been through it all. But yeah, um, but yeah, going back to what ASMR, right?
Arlene, yeah.
Yeah, but going back to what she said. Yeah, I'm not proud of what I've said. Um, I've apologized a lot. Sometimes it's hard
I'm like,
to apologize for some of the things I've said. Um, but I'm taking it, day at a time, trying to make up for what I've said. And, um, like I said, I want to be a better man. You know, I try to be a better man every day, and that's just how it is. Some of the nicest things I've said, I mean, I feel like I've said a lot of nice things now, too. So, I mean, but by saying, I don't know, nice things, it doesn't override the bad things that I've said. But, I feel like, what's the sweetest thing you've done for your man? I know. Can I answer this?
I mean, go ahead.
I think the sweetest thing she's done for me was move in with me. That like that honestly like made me so happy when she moved in with me. So
Really?
yeah.
I was about to say cook.
That too. I mean, she
I
does
be
cook.
cooking it up. So,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, ew.
Yeah. Your pasta, that pasta.
Oh yeah, the pasta.
Really
Oh
fucking
no,
good.
she haven't had my pasta, but
Yeah.
you will. Ew, I'm like, you will.
Yeah. Some of the nicest thing I've done was probably cook for you too. I think. I think also like showing up for your birthday. That was pretty dope. Ugh.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
like
wish you
that.
were here, and then you popped up that
Yeah,
same night. That's
you see,
funny.
that's I like doing that. I like surprising, like legit surprising you. You know. Okay, going back to the questions. Go.
Okay, so at what point do you put your GF or BF over your friends?
Mm, never. Um, Let me take that back. Actually, not never. Only serious situations, right? Death, um, something serious has happened. Like hospitalization stuff like that. She gets down for sure on cooking. Do you know how to cook meat? I do. I do. I think I do. I like my steak medium, so I like practice on it. The only thing I'm trying to learn more of is how to grill different types of meats. That to me is interesting, but because I've always lived in an apartment, like especially like these past couple years, it's been hard for me to like get an actual grill and learn. But eventually, when we get our house, I'm hoping to do that.
We'll be grilling it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm like, we'll be
Putting
grilling.
some ribs on the grill and stuff, that'd be bomb. But yeah. Um but yeah, going back to the question that you asked, right? What was the question again? At what point do I put my friends over my girlfriend? Um yeah, it'll be only a serious situation like death, hospitalization, something serious like, hey dude, like I'm homeless or something like that, or I
Yeah,
lost my job. Can you talk? Stuff like that. Then I'll be like, babe. But I don't think it's like putting them over. I think you'd understand because you'd probably do the same, right? I like medium rare. Holy fuck, that's really red. Medium rare. Holy fuck.
I like well done.
Yeah, yeah, you're like my dad though. My dad,
I'm like, I can't see the
even
pink.
even at In and Out, my dad's like, well
Well
done.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my
It's a
dad's
must.
they ask my dad, like sometimes when my dad go gets In and Out,
Yeah.
he says, well done, please. And he gets it back and he opens up the meat and he's like, this is not well done. And he goes back and he tells him, can you just burn the meat? That's what he said, like just burn it. Like, yeah. That's not me. I used to have it well done, but now I know how to eat the meat like the
No.
way that it's supposed to be cooked, apparently.
Yeah.
And it's just so much softer and tender. I realized that like growing up as a kid, like I didn't like red meat because of that. Like carne asada and stuff. Every time I would chew on it, I would have to yank the meat because my dad, I didn't realize this, but my dad loves it well done. So my mom made it well done for everybody.
Oh,
So when I
okay.
would eat it, I was like, fuck, this is so tough.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that like I like the meat like medium well. Well, light red, I don't know how you call it. That's medium well. Medium well. Not well done, that's medium well. So it's raw. Um what would it Oh, there's rare. Oh, so it's raw, rare, medium, medium well, and well done. Raw is what you typically call blue. So yeah. Wait, did you say your dad opens your meat? No, what the fuck? I didn't say that. Well done is too dry. For me, I like it juicy. Yeah, same. For me, well done is too dry. I feel like there's not many juices, right? Yeah, I like that. And I
I'm like,
also like it like tender. I've had steak before that when you bite into it, it melts. For some reason, it melts. I'm assuming it's because they cook it with a lot of butter. But oh my god, it's so good. Yeah.
okay, so
No, wait,
then
you have to answer that
wait.
question too.
Okay, for the friends thing, I feel like if something happens, something serious, like a funeral, or
Yeah.
like if something happens like serious, like
Yeah.
with my friend, then I'll be like, yeah, I need to like be there for her, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm
Okay.
like, so yeah.
So yeah. All right. The next one, baby.
What's one issue you have with me?
Um. Oh, I said this yesterday. Here it is. I was trying to remember what I said. What's your favorite restaurant for you both? I'll answer that right now. I have a couple of them, but I'll answer. I'll list a few of them, the ones you really need to go to as well. But say that. Say the question one more time.
What's one issue you have with me?
One issue that I have, and this one is a big one for me because I guess it's my OCD or ADHD, whatever you want to say, right? But it's when you tell me I'm ready, and then I go up to you and I said, "Are you sure?" And you're like, "Yeah, I just need to do this." That really bothers me because I'm like, then you're not ready. Just
Oh wait.
finish what you're doing and then say you're ready. But you can't say you're ready, but you still need to do that. You're not ready. You're not ready. That's an issue that I have. I wish I had more beer. Honestly, I wish I had beer on tap and I wish I had a tavern. That'd be dope. Huh. That'd be nice. Okay, what's an issue you have with me?
I think when you leave like the stuff on the left side of the sink, remember?
Oh yeah. And this is what I was saying though. That's what it's for. And she's like, well, we have a dish rack, so it's not for putting your dishes in there.
Like usually if the dish rack is empty, like you still wash it and put it on.
I do.
I always have to pick it up and put it like
It's because our dish. I feel like the dish rack is so small. Only so many. I don't know how you do it to where you fit so many in there.
you
You
gotta-
organize it so good. And when I wash, I just put it in the dish rack at first, and I'm like, it doesn't fit, and I just put it in the sink on the left side. You guys should do a drink truth or dare. I think we
will.
should.
I'm
Yeah.
like, we will. All right.
Yeah,
I'm just
that'll be
kidding.
pretty dope. Yeah. We have Hennessy. You want to take a shot? No, I have work tomorrow. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah, I have work tomorrow.
I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, that's true though. Okay, next question.
Okay, let's see. Do you like to take lead in the relationship?
What do you think?
Yes, of course you do.
I do. Yeah. She does too.
I
She
think
does
we
too.
both do. So
Yeah.
we both do in like different parts. Like we like
Of the relationship. Yeah.
yeah.
Here's one example, right? When so she's like really good about being consistent with the gym, taking her protein, pre-workout, all that stuff, right? Very consistent. Me, not so much, right? I used to go to the gym all the time, and now because I work so much, it's been very hard for me to be consistent, I want to say, especially with eating. But that's when she takes control, right? She's just like, I remember the other day, I had taken my protein, and she finished everything. She's done everything, and she was going to the restroom to, like, I don't know if she was just gonna use the restroom or change or whatever, but she was like, hurry up and take your pre-workout. She's like, take your pre-workout. We're about to leave. So like she controls that, which is perfect because I need that sometimes, you know. Yeah. But I do like to take control of the relationship with a lot of stuff too,
Right.
like financials, bills, um, even like planning out what we do for the day and stuff like that. So it's pretty nice. We take turns. Okay.
Okay, the next question is liking another gender's post okay?
No. Um. Well, depends. Like if it's my sisters, I think that's fine.
Yeah,
Like their
that's fine.
family,
Yeah.
cousins, so like obviously, I don't think that's a big deal. But liking like just a random person, and I'll say this just to be like completely honest. I used to do that. Just like random girls' pictures or just random pictures in general, right? But then you start to realize, especially when you're in a relationship that you really want to be in, you start to realize like it hurts the other person, you know, um, not just like emotionally but mentally too. You tend to, especially like with me, I'm an overthinker. You say you're an overthinker. Um, it's just not healthy. You know what I mean? So we stopped that, and it's helped a lot. I feel like it made our relationship stronger. So I don't think it's okay to like, you know, just pictures in general of like other people. I just think you're we're better off without it. So yeah. Would you agree?
Wait.
You wouldn't agree?
Wait, no, yeah, I agree
Oh,
with you.
I was
I'm
like,
like, wait, what are you
you
talking
shook your head
about?
no, so I was like, so it's just me then. All right.
No, like, yeah, I do agree with you.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't, like, I don't know. I wouldn't do that to you, and then I wouldn't want you to do that to me. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would win it fair. Like, ew, I'm like, I would.
Yeah, which it is fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that also goes hand in hand with posting pictures, as and I said this before too. Um, Social media, to me, the way I view it now, social media is not private anymore. So like back in the day with MySpace and things like that, when you would post a picture, you only posted it to the friends you had, right? Or the people you knew. That was it. Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Now it's public, everybody can see your stuff. You know, only if you go private, obviously, but nowadays anybody can follow you, anybody can just accept a request or whatever, and they see your thing. If your thing is public, you're posting that out to the public. you know it's like putting yourself out on a news channel or TV or movies or on a magazine. It's like you're showing everybody. So it's a respect thing for me. It's more of a respect thing. It's just like liking somebody's picture. Like if I would like a girl's picture, it feels the same as if like you would post a picture and you have a ton of dudes just like commenting, liking, and all that stuff. It's like the same thing. It's just respect for your relationship and for your partner. And I wouldn't agree with that. So
Oh,
do you agree?
yeah, I agree with you. I was letting you
Yeah.
talk. I was letting you talk.
um oh, you have any more questions?
No,
No.
that was the last one.
No, you had the other ones, remember? Remember the other ones?
I'm like, that was the last ones. You want to do the other ones?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to read it?
You want me to? You want me to ask you?
I mean, like, it's up to you. You could just ask the question and
Okay. So this is gonna be a would you rather. Okay. Would you rather be stuck in an elevator or stuck on a roller coaster? But answer this question like how I said before, right? At the most extreme, and your friend said, "Do you cook?" At the most extreme, though, okay.
He does. I'm like, he does.
I do, yeah, yeah. Um, so the worst case scenario on a roller coaster compared to the worst case scenario on an elevator, which one would you rather be on?
I would rather be stuck on an elevator
Why?
because if I think about the roller coaster, like I don't want to be like hanging upside down for
Yeah,
like a while or like I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I just choose the elevator.
And same here. Actually, I told this story yesterday, but I had seen two videos from either scenario. Right, one of them was it was one of those drops, right? The roller coaster that just it picks you all the way up and then it drops you down, right? I seen a video where the roller coaster malfunctioned. It was like a family. I think it was like a boy, the like the brother and then the mom or something like that, right? Something along the lines, or like the sister or something like that. Um, the kids, safety belt thing, the thing that locks you in, unlocked on him, and at the same time, because the ride was stuck on top, right? At the same time, the ride dropped. The kid flew out of his seat, and when the ride had dropped down to the bottom, probably like a few seconds later, his body falls from the ceiling or from the sky, hits the floor, and his head pops like a pimple. And you see it in the video, and immediately after that, like the family just starts to scream and cry, and everybody's screaming. Like it's a really sad scenario. Um, and the other scenario with the elevator has, I think it was like the one that I remember seeing had like EMTs or paramedics. They had a patient on a gurney. The elevator was stuck. It finally got unstuck. They were rolling the patient out, and halfway through where the patient was at, right on their gurney. That's not our dog, by the way. You can hear that. But halfway through, the elevator drops and cuts the person in half with the gurney, and it's just yeah, blood everywhere, obviously. But it was just a sad scenario. But however, yeah, I'd rather be stuck on an elevator, knowing that at least I have a chance to survive. Because even if it falls a few flights of stairs, from like whatever the case, like a malfunction or whatever, I'd break my legs. Worst case scenario, break my back. I wouldn't die. On a roller coaster, though, there's a chance if you're upside down for like more than 10 minutes, you have a chance to like um fuck up your brain mentally, like because it's so much pressure, so much blood loss, all that stuff. Because everything kind of just goes to your brain, and yeah. Um, or the other worst case scenario, like something malfunctions on a roller coaster and you fly out. That's pretty bad too. So, yeah. Um, do you cook? Yes, I cook. I like to cook. I just don't do it often anymore because she likes to cook too, and she's better than me at cooking. But we do cook different stuff, and I cook sometimes, or she cooks sometimes, or we cook together. Just depends. Um, and you said, "Hey, so did you pee your pants after all?" I don't know. You're gonna have to watch the podcast to know what happened. So I can't tell you. You gotta watch the podcast. Um, Here, there's more questions actually, but we're gonna stop here. We're gonna make sure we let you guys know to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You don't want to miss out on another podcast. I'm telling you, it's only gonna keep getting better. In my opinion, this is probably the best podcast we've done since the first two that we've done. I think this is way better. and it's only going to keep getting better. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned with what we're doing. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Say you don't have time to watch the full podcast. That's okay, right, babe? That's okay. You can watch clips on TikTok and Instagram. I have posted reels, I've posted clips. Go watch them there. They're really fun clips. They're pretty cool. And, lets you know what we're talking about in the podcast if you're not like super hooked on to the thumbnail or anything like that. So feel free to follow those pages. And yeah, you want to tell them to hit that subscribe button, babe?
Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. You guys are amazing. Please go live more often. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna definitely try.
Thank you.
Our schedules are gonna start getting a little crazy, so but we're definitely gonna try it. At least I'm gonna try to be more consistent. I know she's very consistent, so yeah. Okay, it says, would you rather get lost in the ocean or the jungle?
You already know the jungle.
The jungle.
Yeah.
Like in the jungle, the mighty. No.
No, the jungle because you're on land, and the ocean, no, because the water is scary and dark and
fucking huge.
Yeah.
There's a lot more ocean than there is jungle. I agree though. Same. I would rather like be stranded in the jungle than the ocean. The ocean, dude, fucking 10-foot, 100-foot waves. That's scary. Also, the fucking giant whales and killer whales and random fucking fish and random fish that can kill you immediately. Like, yeah. And think about it. It's like you're on their land. Technically ocean, but land, right? Like, you could only do so much. I could only swim for so long. I can fucking run. I can walk on land. I can fucking sleep. Like, there's only so, and you know how cold it gets at night too, with the water and shit. Like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
And all the sea sea salt.
Oh, I'm like the sea creatures.
Yeah. Squids, sharks. Yep. Ocean is something else. Yeah. But yeah, the sea salt too is like, and what can you eat out there? You can't even cook anything. Like, if you're stranded out there, you're dead for sure.
I'm just gonna drown. Like, I'm just gonna drown.
Sharks. Yep. Okay. Would you rather have the ability to read minds or time travel? That's a good one.
I don't know. Maybe time travel.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty cool. Like,
yeah, I'd rather time travel.
I would want to go back in the days and see, like,
Technically, you can read minds if you time travel, right? Because if you just live your life, you hear what people say, and then you go back in time and be like, I know what you're gonna say. So it's kind of like you're reading mind. But yeah, time travel, of course. I would just fucking get all the mega lotto winning numbers and just come back in time and be like, yep, these are the numbers, and fucking be successful. What are you guys doing tomorrow? I work tomorrow, and you work tomorrow also. So we're gonna be at work. We're gonna gym. We're gonna cook.
Work and gym, cook,
and podcast. I'm hoping tomorrow too. We'll do another podcast.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Like I said, follow the TikTok and Instagram. I'll be posting when we go live. Today I posted it a little bit late, but I just kind of want to get used to the whole like constantly posting. So that's what I'll be working on.
Let us know what you guys want to see.
Yeah, or if you want us to do challenges or any specific questions we should be talking about on here or topics, feel free to let us know. Type it in the comments or send us a message. That'll be awesome. Yeah. Let's see. Would you rather die in the cold or die in the heat?
You want to go first?
Cold for sure. I was a firefighter, so the heat is not fucking pretty.
Yeah, I want to die in the cold because, yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
the heat fucking sucks.
the
The
heat
heat,
just
yeah,
be just be moving you.
yeah.
It's just
I'll tell you this: like once you start feeling the heat, the very first instant, you're like, "Fuck, it's hot," and like that does not leave your head. After it gets hot, it does not go away from your head. That's all you're thinking. Like, "Fuck, it's
yeah,
hot.
or
Fuck, it's
like you're
hot."
gonna feel like a burning like sensation,
Yeah,
or
like
like I don't know.
yeah, you feel yeah, it sucks. But cold, yeah, it's probably gonna sting a bit, or you're probably gonna be shivering, but eventually you numb it out and then you die. So I think the cold would be better, in my opinion. Are those all the questions?
Yeah, and then what does you guys should do challenges and drink truth or dare or play games. You see it?
Mm, you guys should do challenges and drink truth or dare. That would be pretty cool too. Yeah. Um. Yeah. If you guys have any challenges in mind, feel free to let us know. We definitely want to start doing more things, right? I want to start doing more things. I want to see if I can get some guests on too to have
Watch.
like open like more of an open conversation too. If we have more guests here, so that would be pretty cool to me. Um, but yeah, slowly but surely we're gonna be recording more, doing more podcasts. So feel free to stop by. Eventually, you'd be able to donate. I think there's a link. Um, I think there's a link in the description on in the description or on the channel where you can also donate to us. Don't worry, you don't have to donate, but I'm just saying, there is a button on there. There's also buttons for the social media, my personal social media, and you can see in in the description um, the names of the channels, which is the same name. It's just Cisco's podcast, no space, no apostrophe, nothing, just straightforward, all lowercase. That's about it. What's a good movie to watch or recommend? What's a good movie?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's a good movie.
We're watching Harry Potter because
A movie that I just watched at work, when I was on break, I watched Spider-Man, Multiverse. That's a really good one. The animation in that movie is fucking amazing, babe. So fucking good. So I would recommend that. If you have kids, really good movie. If you don't have kids, really good movie. If you really like, I don't know, are into like Marvel, that's a really good movie. Good movie, excuse me. But yeah. Aside from that, I think that is it, babe. Would you agree? All right. Well, um, yeah. Let us know what you guys thought about the podcast. If you want to drop a like, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your neighbor, share it with the mailman that comes by. Talk about it at work. Talk about it with I don't know, on the drive to work. Talk about it with your tia, your tío. You know, just let us know how you guys like it, what you guys do like, what you guys don't like, what we can do better, what we're already doing better. Anything helps. We'd really appreciate it. Aside from that, again, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, hit that bell notification. It does help us out a lot if you hit that bell notification and if you hit that like button. Subscribe as always. Drop a follow on our other social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram. Same thing, Cisco's podcast. And we'd really appreciate it. Right, babe? Anything else you want to say?
thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. All right, see you guys.